from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, 6 a.m. Thanks for joining us here. We have had a busy morning, and our news trackers are out and about this morning. Our Stephen Owsley and Lex Stanfield out about on breaking news, ready to respond to anything this morning.
There's that bad crash Lacie was talking about there on Northwest Expressway. We'll get out to our live reporter in just a moment.
We're also eyeing that forecast today. Things heating up. The Bob Mills Weather Center. Let's turn to Megan Gold. Hey, Megan.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Yesterday, we were back in the 90s for the first time this month. We've been very mild. We've been enjoying even some 70s last Friday, 80s over the weekend, 90 in Oklahoma City yesterday. Everybody else, upper 80s and low 90s. We're going to be a little bit hotter today. Still technically below normal temperature-wise by a couple of degrees, but we're starting to heat it on up. There were a couple of severe storms in the Panhandle overnight. Those fell apart quickly as they move towards Guyman. A little rain and thunder, but the main body of the state has been dry. Starting to see a little bit of daylight here, 72 degrees, humidity at 97%, and a light wind out of the southeast. Yesterday morning, temperatures were in the low to mid 60s. We're in the upper 60s and the low 70s this morning. 70 in Moore, 70 in Newcastle to Yukon, 72 in Dedmon to Jones to Wellston, and a pocket of some cooler, drier air across the northeast in the low to mid 60s. We'll have a nice breeze today, again out of the southeast, a little more wind in the northwest. We'll call it mild as highs climb back in the low 90s, but the big heat, the feels like temperatures in the 100 to 105 range, that returns this week. There's another cool front on your 9-day. I've got the details here in just a few minutes.
Megan, thank you. We're going to get to that breaking news in just a moment. But first, this. A Metro nurse is in federal custody accused of possessing child pornography. Last week, the FBI raided Christian Soto's home on the southwest side of Oklahoma City. Investigators say they uncovered disturbing videos on multiple devices. Investigators also say Soto received that material from R.J. May, a Republican representative from South Carolina. They say May used a Kick app account with a Joe Biden-themed username to distribute those videos. He was arrested back in June. Soto's neighbors say they're stunned.
I've talked with my brother and my family about things like that, and we just talk about how much we hate those kind of people and stuff, and they're right there across the street, and we had no idea.
Integris Health Community Hospital, where Soto used to work, says this type of behavior will not be tolerated. Soto's preliminary hearing set for Wednesday.
Oklahoma City police make a new arrest in a deadly hit and run that happened back in March. Police have already arrested Brianna Neal, who they say ran over and killed 16-year-old Tamiriana Warren following an argument in the metro, and then the suspect drove away. Now, new court filings show Aaliyah Wormley reportedly tried to help the suspect Neal flee to Texas. Wormley has been arrested, booked on accessory to a murder complaint. She will be in court later this month. Last week, a judge declared Neal would stand trial on murder charges. And new body camera video showing Oklahoma County deputies trying to track down a pursuit suspect out in the Spencer area. Deputies say they tried to pull the driver over, Caleb Wilson. He was in the pickup truck. Police say he was speeding. They also say a woman inside his truck jumped out during the chase and that Wilson ran over her. Deputies say Wilson, here's his picture, ditched his truck, but left his ID inside. Here is a photo from a previous arrest. He's still on the run today. Deputies say the female passenger was not seriously hurt.
In every death penalty case I've seen in recent years, they have exhausted all remedies.
Our legal analyst gives new insight about the case of Oklahoma death row inmate Tremaine Woods. Woods was sentenced to death in 2004 for the murder of Ronnie Whipf during a robbery in Oklahoma City. The state attorney general requested the execution date be pushed back to allow enough time for a clemency hearing. Well, now we're learning that Woods' attorney was charged by the Bar Association for substance abuse and neglecting his clients.
There's more critical eye for the first time ever, I think, in my legal career on these death penalty cases, saying, did we really get it right? And if we didn't, let's undo it.
Well, the Court of Criminal Appeals must now respond to the Attorney General's motion by next Wednesday in this case. By the way, Woods' execution is set for September 11th.
6:06 right now. Let's take you back to this breaking news on the Northwest Expressway. The eastbound eastbound side. A medical emergency, police say, led to a crash. This is where it is on the map between Rockwell and Council, right in front of the Walmart on the eastbound side, eastbound lanes, that is, of the Northwest Expressway. We want to go to our Brianna Brown. She is live there at the scene with details on what led up to this crash. Brianna?
Good morning, Colby. Yes, according to Oklahoma City Police, one man was transported to the hospital following this two-car crash. Now, I'm going to step out of the way so you can see the scene a little bit better. Now, that car that you see that's farthest from us in the ditch, they were pulling out of this Walmart Casey's gas station parking lot when police say that the man had a medical episode. His car continued to roll across this intersection right here at Northwest Expressway, and a white car was coming eastbound and was clipped. The driver of that white car was not injured. Now, we will continue to give you more information as we learn about the condition of the other driver who was transported to the hospital. Live in Oklahoma City, Brianna Brown, Oklahoma's Own News 9.
All right, Brianna there from Northwest Expressway. It does look like traffic is getting by in both directions, just slow going again. We'll continue watching the situation. Other headlines here on our Tuesday morning. Oklahomans stopped by the state capitol Monday, paying respects to former Oklahoma Governor George Nigh. Governor Nigh passed away last week at the age of 98 years old. George Nigh was the first two-term governor in Oklahoma and was a public servant for more than 30 years. Lawmakers say he'll always be remembered for his bipartisanship leadership and deep dedication to the state he loves so dearly.
Most importantly, he was just a genuinely nice man who was elected to office and represented the people.
The community will be invited to Nigh's memorial service. It will be on August 14th, 11 a.m. at Crossings Community Church on the northwest side of the metro. Cleveland County officials vote on a proposal to house Oklahoma City inmates in the Cleveland County Jail.
But not before making significant changes to the agreement. Lisa Monahan is in studio to explain. Lisa?
Well, with ongoing investigations into rising inmate deaths, high-profile mistakes, and failed health inspections at the Cleveland County Jail, county commissioners decided to scale back an agreement to house Oklahoma City inmates. So under the new deal, the jail will house Oklahoma City inmates for just 6 months. It also limits those inmates to arrests made within Cleveland County, which includes parts of South Oklahoma City. The changes stem from a lot of concern about the county taking on more liability with the jail not able to meet state health standards.
The Norman police chief, as well as some of the other city council members here in Norman, had expressed some concerns regarding people being picked up in Oklahoma City outside of Cleveland County and being brought here to our county.
Yeah, and one of those city leaders, Norman's Mayor Stephen Holman, stated there have been issues with the health, safety, and well-being of inmates at the Cleveland County Jail over the last few years. So I will continue to have concern about their ability to handle even more people coming in. And a state audit citing misspending at the sheriff's office, which affects the jail, has been on the Attorney General's desk for months now, but he has yet to announce next steps. We'll be following. Lacie.
Lisa Monahan reporting. The agreement still needs to be approved by the Oklahoma City City Council. City councilors are expected to vote at their next meeting next Thursday. We'll be watching. All right, your time now 6:09.
We're watching that forecast.
Before you go this morning, maybe, dress in layers, shed that shirt at some point, right, Megan? It's going to be a hot day.
It will be. It'll be warm. Still a couple of degrees.
Keep your shirt on if you
Please keep the shirt on.
Colby, what are you thinking?
Look, I was just speaking just on a personal capacity. All right, you can keep your shirt on. It's fine.
Oh my goodness. All right. Hey, we are breaking daylight on our Lucky Star SkyCam network this morning. We hope your Tuesday is off to a great start. We hope your week is off to a great start. Clear skies, temperatures in the low 70s. Check it out. Gorgeous as we look off on the eastern horizon from our Norman camera. Winds are on the lighter side, and as you plan your day here, temperatures climb into the low 90s. Across the metro right now, we're a little bit warmer than we were this time yesterday. Upper 60s and low 70s. Coming up, I've got details on the 9-day forecast, a cool front, and the hot temperatures. It's all coming up.
Also ahead, coming up, Texas House issues arrest warrants for Democrats who left the state to block congressional redistricting votes. That's ahead. And the new preseason coaches poll shows OU unranked for the first time in 25 years. Those stories coming up.
And a new statewide law changing how Oklahoma students can use their phones at school. The consequences students could face if they break the rules. It's ahead.
Welcome back. We're following this breaking news on the Northwest Expressway right near North Council. Here we go. There's the shot right there. A crash. A person, according to police, had a medical episode when across the Northwest Expressway clipped a car. They were taken to the hospital by ambulance. So right now traffic seems to be getting by. So not a big slowdown, but at this point, this is a very busy spot on the Northwest Expressway.
Yeah, it is picking up in that area. We'll continue following that. Our Brianna Brown with an update coming up.
There you go. All right, let's switch gears, talk with Megan Gold. Megan, it kind of caught my ear that you said yesterday was the coolest day on the 9-day forecast.
The coolest day of the next 5 or 6. So we do have some cooler weather headed our way later this coming
later this
weekend.
Year. December.
Wait till Christmas.
December. When?
I don't know. It might be 100 degrees at Christmas. You just never know. That's what I'm wishing for your birthday.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm good.
You can wear your tank top on your birthday.
Okay.
At your birthday party.
You're changing my opinion. Okay, thanks, Megan.
Hey, the sun is starting to come up here. Gorgeous, gorgeous start to your Tuesday morning. Temperatures are running a little bit warmer than they were yesterday. Beautiful colors, and our sunrises are getting a little bit later day by day. Right now, about 6:40. So sun will come up here in about 25 minutes, and our temperatures are a little warmer than they were yesterday morning. We had spots that fell in the low to mid 60s, and we are 70 degrees here on your Tuesday morning. We were 90 degrees yesterday, and we are back to the low 90s this afternoon. I think about 92 degrees. So August so far, it has been below normal temperature wise. We've had a couple waves of rain and storms, now more than an inch in just the first 4 days. And yet, 90 was our official high in Oklahoma City yesterday. There have been several bullseyes when we look at rainfall from the past 4 days, ceiling just over 2.5 inches down to the south of Ardmore. Numerous spots picked up more than 1.5 inches, and then also off into eastern Oklahoma, Wilburton, more than 3.5 inches of rain. And normal for this time of year, this month, is about 3.5 inches, 3.6 inches here in Oklahoma City. There were a few storms that took off in southeastern Colorado during the evening, the overnight hours. Those pushed through the far western sides of the Panhandle. A few thunderstorms over Guyman, but look, we've been dry. While you were asleep, there were thunderstorms early yesterday morning, nothing like that. And as we heated up, we really start to dry it out. There will be little in the way of rain and storm chances, really none at all. I mean, an isolated shower or two in the coming days, and I'll show you that here in just a moment. It is 59 in Des Moines right now, 75 in Dallas, Midland 78, 61 in Albuquerque, and 65 in Pueblo, Colorado. Here at home, we're running upper 60s and low 70s, and in the Northeast, there are a few spots that have fallen into the low to mid 60s where the winds are so very light. Back to the west of I-35, a little bit more wind, a few gusts to 15 to 20 this morning, well, a few gusts to 25 and 30 into the afternoon. So as you plan your day here, upper 70s by 10 o'clock, lunchtime, we're in the low 80s, and we are back to the low 90s this afternoon. I think a degree or two warmer than we were yesterday. Then tomorrow will be a degree or two warmer than today. Low to mid 90s back to the west. Again, a southeast breeze, 20 to 25 miles per hour. A gust or 2 to 30 would be possible. And just like yesterday, we're not going to have any big heat index factor. We don't have a big shove of too much moisture coming in. Yesterday, our dew points were in the low to mid 60s in spots, so it didn't give us that huge heat index factor, but that will become a thing in the coming days. Our afternoons get hotter, and so do our feels like temperatures. Tonight is dry and quiet. We fall back into the 70s. A south wind tomorrow. Again, a few gusts to 25 to 35 in the northwest. I think here in Oklahoma City, a gust to 25 or 2. The wind, it will absolutely help, but it will be seasonably hot. Normal for this time of year, it's about 94. So we're not exceptionally hot by any means, but from where we've been, it's hot. Upper 90s back to the west, triple digits in the Panhandle, a little cooler off into eastern Oklahoma, and we're going to rinse and repeat here just day by day. Again, the heat index factor becomes more of an issue as we go into the day tomorrow, your Thursday, and your Friday. Thursday, a few more clouds build in. We're in the mid to upper 90s with more numerous triple digits, and here's that slight chance for a few showers Thursday in the Northeast and in the Panhandle. On Friday, hottest day of the next 9. Your Saturday is hot as well, and then we track a cool front that comes comes in Sunday and into Monday. That's going to drop our temperature some, and it will also bring with it the chance for rain and storms. With more clouds around, the rain and storms, the cooler air, you'll really notice the difference as we'll track highs in the upper 80s. In the meantime, we've got to get through this stretch of more heat. The heat builds day by day, mostly clear skies, a south wind, and temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. That's a look at your forecast, guys. Back over to you.
Well, drama going on at the Texas state capitol. The Texas House issuing arrest warrants for Democratic lawmakers who fled the state to avoid a vote on redistricting Monday. Texas House Republicans implementing plans to redraw the state's congressional map. Democrats say it would give the GOP an advantage in future elections. In fact, governors of several other blue states reacting to what's going on in Texas, saying they are now looking at redistricting their own states in a way that would favor Democrats.
A judge rules Sean Diddy Combs will not be released on bail. Instead, Combs will wait behind bars until his sentencing for prostitution-related charges. His $50 million bond request was made last week and included travel restrictions and security guards.
The college football preseason coaches poll came out yesterday. Texas opens at the #1 spot. That's a first for them. OU on the opposite side of that spectrum. The team was unranked for the first time since 1999. OSU wasn't ranked either, but the team's week 2 opponent, Oregon, ranked #7, just one spot behind my alma mater, the #6 Clemson Tigers. There you go.
Your time now, 6:20. I want to take you back out to this crash on Northwest Expressway. You're looking right on Council, basically, a crash that involves some pretty serious injuries. Police actually say this was a medical emergency and not a result of an actual car crash. Let me show you live right here. The vehicle on the far right side of your screen. They're telling us the driver of that vehicle had a medical emergency, went all the way across Northwest Expressway, clipping the white vehicle in the middle of the road. Everyone's okay in the other vehicles, but the driver on the far right side car has been rushed to the hospital. We're following that. They're bringing in some tow trucks. It should be cleared very soon.
Budget of this size, they primarily will always use like 99.9 Oklahoma crew, and that's magic for us.
Coming up, a major movie production is underway in Broken Arrow. We'll show you how the project is creating jobs and putting Oklahoma in the spotlight. Back after this. Hey, in Broken Arrow, a new horror comedy movie. Yes, that's a genre I've learned. It's called Horrified, and it's being shot right now as part of the city's new film incentive. We went behind the scenes and met one of the actresses, Julie Benz. She says Oklahoma's been a great place to film.
You have amazing crews here and amazing talent. I don't feel like it's any different than filming anywhere else, even though I know it's considered like a young marketplace.
Crews will spend the next 3 weeks filming. The movie release date has not been announced, but of course we'll be following.
It's like the secret's out. Everyone comes to
I love
Oklahoma
it
now.
Yeah,
you know?
come on. And they always have really nice things to say when they're here. I'm sure it's such a change from LA or New York.
Yeah.
People are nice here. There's space. It's not as loud.
It's less expensive.
All the things.
And we're still excited to see film crews.
We want them here.
Yeah,
Yes.
we want them here, and we love to see it. And we're welcoming.
Is out. That's for sure. All right. We are welcoming Megan Gold. She's eyeing the outdoor forecast right now. Hi, Megan.
Good morning. Tuesday off to a gorgeous start. The sunrise behind me. Sun comes up here in about 15 minutes. Check it out from our OCCC camera. All the gorgeous colors there. Oklahoma City off in the distance as we look off to the east. Temperatures are running in the low 70s. The skies are clear. There are several spots that have fallen into the upper 60s and up into northeastern Oklahoma. Check it out. Low to mid 60s. So we're running a little bit warmer than yesterday. Temperatures warm into the low 90s again today. Got your full 9-day forecast after the break.
I asked for my wife, my guardian angel, to be with me that day, and I kind of think that that's why I had the wreck and was forced to turn around and come back home.
Coming up, an Oklahoma City man hiking in an Arkansas state park tells us he crossed paths with the man accused of killing a couple in Arkansas the same day. What stood out to him about that encounter and how it's helping investigators? It's ahead on News 9.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
Good morning, 6:30 on your Tuesday morning. We're following this breaking news on the Northwest Expressway. This is the eastbound lanes you're seeing where this white car is. This is near North Council, between Rockwell and Council, a crash that happened here. Police tell us the car you see on the right side of your screen in the ditch, the driver had a medical episode, went across the street, clipped this white car. He was taken by ambulance to the hospital. We're still working to learn their condition at this point, but right now, cars are still able to get by. The lanes are narrowed there on the eastbound side down to just one, so it could cause a little bit of a backup here in a busy area as we near 7 a.m. on your Tuesday morning, but we'll keep you posted. Our Brianna Brown will have a report from the scene.
All right, 6:31, and it is a Tuesday morning, and sun's coming up. It's going to be another hot one.
It's going to bring the heat with it. Let's get over to the Bob Mills Weather Center. Check in with Megan Gold. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning. Look at the gorgeous sunrise colors here from our Christensen Cam, Portland and Memorial. Love a good summer sunrise. Sun coming up here in just about 10 minutes. So if you have a chance, if you're up early this morning, go take a peek outside. It is beautiful. We had a couple of storms take off in southeastern Kansas. They moved into the Panhandle during the evening, the overnight hours, and weekend very quickly. A few thunderstorms over Guyman, nothing severe there. And temperatures got upper 60s and low 70s, a little warmer than we were yesterday morning. Coolest temperatures across northeastern Oklahoma from Miami to Nowata. And we've got a south wind again this morning, very light, essentially no wind, totally calm off into eastern Oklahoma. And through the day today, a southeast wind at about 15 to 25. We will take all the wind, that movement of the air that we can get. By 10 o'clock, we're in the upper 70s, lunchtime, low 80s, and we are back to the low 90s this afternoon. Today will be the coolest day of the next 5 to 6 days before another cool front sweeps through Oklahoma. We'll talk about rain and storm chances, how cool temperatures get and how hot temperatures get here in the next couple of days, coming up here in a few minutes.
This morning, we are talking exclusively with an Oklahoma City man about the run-in he says he had with the accused Arkansas State Park killer.
Yeah, it happened before. Arkansas police say Andrew McGann stabbed 2 parents to death while they were hiking with their daughters. News 9's Elizabeth Fitz has more on the encounter.
Tony McMillan was visiting Devil's Den State Park when he says he encountered a cold-blooded killer. On the same day, police found a couple murdered there.
I hit the trails about noon that day and went on a excursion up the mountain. I had a wreck and decided to come back down. This was about 12:45. I came back down the mountain, and that's when I ran into him, was on my way back. And all I saw was the bright blonde hair. And I said, e-bike to your right, and I swerved around and just missed him. But I thought how weird it was that he was dressed in all black and not camping or hiking gear.
Officers described the suspect as wearing a dark ball cap and fingerless gloves, which McMillan says he saw. He says it was also strange that the man was hiking on the mountain bike trail rather than the usual hiking path.
I thought how weird it was that somebody would be hiking through such a rocky terrain like that.
Police said in a press conference that the killings appeared to be a completely random event.
He was on the mountain biking trail, and the hiking trail was down here just below at about 10 feet. And it was a perfect place to stake out people. You could see him coming on both ways, both directions. And so I think that's why he was on the mountain biking trail, is because he could see people coming and going.
McMillan credits his late wife for saving his life.
I asked for my wife, my guardian angel, to be with me that day. I've got a picture of her. This is Jenny. She died last year of a brain tumor. And so I asked her to be with me on that trip, and I kind of think that that's why I had the wreck and was forced to turn around and come back home.
Elizabeth Fitz, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Boy, what a wild set of circumstances. Now, McGann was arrested at a barbershop in Springdale, Arkansas. He has so much ties to Oklahoma. He was an OSU graduate. He recently had taught in Oklahoma at Sand Springs and Broken Arrow, and he was actually getting ready to start teaching there in Springdale, Arkansas this week.
A missing Oklahoma City man is found dead in Caddo County hours after he was reported missing. The OSBI says 60-year-old Kenneth Tillery was reported missing on Sunday. Later that same day, a game warden discovered a body near Fort Cobb Lake. The medical examiner confirms it is Tillery. Police are now investigating what led up to his death and his disappearance.
Oklahoma City police say they arrested a man with active warrants out of Texas after a pursuit. Officers say Juan Ipina Perez was speeding and refused to pull over. When he finally pulled into a driveway, troopers say that he kicked, punched, and tried to bite them while being arrested. He was booked on multiple complaints, including assault and eluding police. Following a multi-day trial, a federal jury has convicted former NFL player LaShawn Eugene Johnson. This was on 6 felony counts of animal abuse in Oklahoma. Johnson is accused of violating the Federal Animal Welfare Act while operating a large-scale dog fighting venue in Broken Arrow. In a statement, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi says, quote, "This case underscores the Department of Justice's commitment to protecting animals from abuse."
6:36, and we have a traffic update for you this morning. A big snag there on Northwest Expressway. It's been all morning long. Just a heads up, this is right off Northwest Expressway between Rockwell and Council. The white car is in the eastbound lanes. What we understand is if you look kind of to the right side of your screen, there is a car facing the north. That driver was leaving the Walmart parking lot, crossing over both lanes of Northwest Expressway, and had some type of medical emergency, continuing on off the roadway there, and in doing so, clipped the driver of that white car. So traffic is getting through on the east and westbound lanes of Northwest Expressway there on the west side of the metro. Just a heads up, there is a little bit of a snag due to the cars in the road.
Well, big changes are coming to all Oklahoma school districts this year regarding student cell phones. And Putnam City Public Schools just released its new cell phone policy for students. News 9's Kylee Dedmon live this morning explaining all of the changes. Kylee, good morning.
Yeah, a lot of mixed reaction about this new policy from all over the Sooner State. Putnam City students, with some exceptions, will not be able to have any personal devices such as cell phones or even smartwatches with them the entire school day. So from the first bell to the last bell, and that's including lunch and passing periods. Now, this stems from Oklahoma Senate Bill 139 that went into effect last month. School administrators and lawmakers believe this will help reduce distraction, strengthen engagement, and create a safe and respectful learning space for students. State Senator Adam Pugh discusses some of his concerns.
The mental health statistics were alarming, particularly in teenage girls when it comes to what cell phone usage and social media exposure is doing to cause anxiety in them. Suicide rates are up significantly over the last decade.
If a student is caught with a phone in their possession, their punishments go from a warning to potentially being placed in virtual school for the remainder of the semester or long-term suspension. Now, the only way for a student that would be able to have access to their phone is if they are experiencing a medical emergency and/or any circumstances that require immediate action to protect students, the staff's well-being, and their safety. Reporting live this morning at Putnam City High School, Kylee Dedmon, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Kylee, thank you. Any parents needing to reach their child during the school day can call the front office and leave a message. And Putnam City Public Schools longtime superintendent Dr. Fred Rhodes announces he is retiring. Dr. Rhodes says he'll stay on through the end of this school year. He has spent the last 50 years in public education, 13 of those as Putnam City's superintendent. And next week, our Kylee Dedmon will be live at Putnam City Public Schools for the first day of class. We will interview Dr. Rhodes about his upcoming retirement and all there is to know about the first day of school and the new school year.
8 days away in Putnam City, same for Oklahoma City Public Schools. Don't forget, News 9 is your place for all things back to school this year. You can head to our website or download the News 9 app for things like back to school dates, school supply lists, and more.
And showing school support in Midwest City. In fact, police rolling out the new school resource officer cars wrapped with school pride. Yep, the Midwest City Bombers looking good there. Middale School says the vehicle highlights a strong partnership between law enforcement and the district. Officials say it's all about student safety while also showing the big school spirit.
I love how the school resource officers get so involved with the students.
The kids love them,
to
don't
build
they?
relationships,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a big relationship.
Important job for sure, especially when you're a student. You look up to them, right? It's a big role.
They're your buddy, yeah.
Exactly.
It's nice to kind of give them a high five as you're walking through the halls. School be starting next week here in the metro, Megan. I mean, I can't believe it's almost here.
So hard to believe. And those first couple weeks of school, really sometimes into September, it is toasty. The kids dealing with 90s at recess. Really important to make sure that they've got the breathable clothing and that they maybe have some sunscreen on. There we go. There's the live look from our Lucky Star SkyCam network. We can't wait to help all of you families, the kiddos, get back to school, get back in the swing of things. Temperatures are running in the upper 60s and the low 70s this morning, and we're going to climb back into the low 90s today. Today will be the coolest day of the next 5 to 6, but another cool front is on the 9-day. We'll talk about it after the break.
I'm doing my job, Dan.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're arguing with your boss.
Caught on camera, the Kanawha city manager now apologizing after this video shows him threatening to fire a Kanawha city police officer for pulling him over for speeding. Does the officer still have a job? Does the city manager still have the job? The story coming up.
And a controversial turnpike project in Cleveland County takes a key step today. Why the east-west connector is drawing attention once again. We're back after this. All right, get outside today. If you are, sunscreen, keep it cool, right? It's going to be a warm one.
It is.
But it's August.
August, summertime in Oklahoma, right?
It's always hot at the start of school. It just
Always.
is.
Yeah, and I've got a holiday countdown. I know we talked about this a little bit earlier. We are 8 days away from the first day of school for Oklahoma City Public School. Fall, just under 50 days away. September 22nd, that first day of fall. And there are some years where the first day of fall is on the cooler side, and then other years it's on the toasty side, right? 48 days away, Halloween 87, and the year just keeps going from there. Christmas, 142 days. Colby's birthday,
That's
142 days away. There we go.
Who's counting?
I think we're playing some Christmas music for you.
I know
Just
people
getting
that
into
start
the
playing it
mood.
after July. So, you know, I'm not one of those people, but I don't judge. Hey, here's the view from our OCCC camera this morning. The sun is coming up. There it is in the right-hand corner of your screen, and just gorgeous colors here as we get going on your Tuesday. Yesterday, it was 90 degrees. We were so very spoiled for the first several days of August. Remember, last week we had that big late July, early August front come through. It took us from the triple digits to the 90s, and then on Friday we were 79. The weekend we had 80s. We were 90 degrees yesterday. Not bad at all. 94 is our average high for this time of year. And there were a couple of storms in the Panhandle during the overnight hours. They fell apart very quickly as they moved towards Guyman into North Texas. A few rumbles of thunder, a little bit of lightning near Guyman during the overnight hours, but the main body of the state has been dry, and we continue to track the ridge of high pressure, the heat dome. As we heat up here in the coming days, that ridge is going to expand, and it's going to come a little farther to the east. Remember last week, it was off to the east, well, it's back to the west, and as it expands, as it moves a little farther east, we get warmer. Today into the day tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, the hottest day of the week, and it doesn't last forever. There is an area of low pressure, a storm system that comes in from the north. It's going to track around the ridge, and really the main wave of energy is up along the U.S.-Canadian border, but there will be a shove of some cooler air. A north wind pulls in, and we'll have rain and storm chances over the weekend into Monday, maybe Tuesday, and even Wednesday as another secondary storm system comes in to the middle to the end of next week. So that is what is coming. We've got a good 5-6 days of heat to deal with, and then the front comes through and it gives us some relief and shakes things up. We're running in the upper 60s and the low 70s this morning. There are some cooler temperatures up across far northern and northeastern Oklahoma. We had spots in Oklahoma City yesterday in the metro in the low to mid 60s. So we're a little bit warmer this morning, a little bit more wind than we had yesterday, but even then, pretty light. We have a southeast wind today in the northwest, a little bit stronger. And in the coming days, as that front approaches from the north, winds will really get strong across the northwestern part of the state. By 10 o'clock this morning, upper 70s, lunchtime, we're in the low 80s and back to the low 90s this afternoon under mostly clear skies with a southeast breeze. 93 in Clinton, 92 in Lawton, 93 in Woodward, and 96 to about 97 in Guyman. Tonight is quiet, clear skies, again a south wind, a few gusts to 20 and 25, and we're just going to crank it up each and every day. 95 degrees tomorrow, upper 90s in the Panhandle, triple digits. Again, a nice breeze out of the south, 25 to 30 miles per hour. There is no big heat index factor today, just like yesterday, but we'll start to see that more and more as the days progress. Tomorrow feeling like the upper 90s, the triple digits. And by Thursday and Friday, we're feeling like, the low triple digits to about 105. Thursday, 96, upper 90s, more widespread 100s. Hot again, very little will change day to day. But on Thursday, there's a slight chance for a few showers in the north and east and also in the Panhandle. Otherwise, it's a dry forecast over the next 5 to 6 days until Sunday, when we'll start to track additional rain and storm chances as the front slides through. Temperatures get a little bit cooler, takes the edge off of that heat. The first day of school looking like we may have a few showers around for Oklahoma City Public Schools' first day and a high of 92. Back over to you all.
The Kanawha city manager is apologizing after video surfaces showing him threatening to fire the Kanawha police officer who pulled him over for speeding. The video went viral on social media over the weekend. City manager Daniel Bruton now says he's embarrassed and ashamed by how he treated the officer. Take a listen.
I'm just trying to say, I want you to get your back to town.
This is my job. This is what I was hired to do.
Okay. Well, this is my job, and I'm your boss.
Okay.
And I'm in a hurry.
It doesn't matter. You have to obey the law like everybody else.
You're about to not have a job.
Daniel Bruton still has a job this morning. So does the police officer. Bruton has since apologized to the officer both publicly and in person. He says the officer did not deserve to be spoken to that way.
The Oklahoma Turnpike Authority will meet today to consider condemning land along the East-West Connector Turnpike project down in Cleveland County. OTA says it is cleared to start construction for the controversial project early next year. The board will meet at 10 a.m. this morning. Oklahoma has actually gone from 49th in the nation for highway bridge safety now to number 4. ODOT Executive Director Tim Gatz says there are 35 bridges in the state with a poor rating today compared to 1,200 bridges with poor ratings from 20 years ago.
It takes everybody working together to get to that number 4 spot. And I could not be prouder to stand in front of you today and tell you that. So again, incredible accomplishment. It is going to take continued diligence for us to stay there.
The ranking system is only highway bridges. State lawmakers say they've approved $75 million to help repair county bridges with poor ratings as well.
All 3 Langston University campuses are getting $12 million worth of upgrades. That money is coming from federal grants and from the state. The university is replacing HVAC systems in residential and academic buildings. It will also repair storm damage at the OKC campus and enhance fire suppression systems at all 3 locations.
Your time now, 6:51. One more check of traffic this morning. Here is a live look on the Lucky Star Skycam network. The top right and the bottom 2 show the interstates. Everything looks good there. We're still following the progress on your top left picture. That's Northwest Expressway. A driver experienced a medical emergency, went across all lanes of traffic at Council. That person has been taken to the hospital. Now they're trying to clear his car out of the way. It looks like traffic is still getting by, so just a heads up, they should have that one cleared pretty soon.
Coming up on the Coca-Cola Porch, we're headed to Norman for a special surprise ahead of the grand opening of Main Event. How you can win a lifetime of free gameplay. That's at 9 a.m. this morning. Don't miss it. Back after this.
Hey, check this out. Summer vacations are almost over, and beverage company Cayman Jack is giving flyers a free margarita. Hello. And the chance to win a $500 travel card if they experience a missed, canceled, or delayed flight.
Check, check, check.
That's it.
Yeah.
You can enter for a chance to win on their website. A lot of travelers are saying, finally,
Yeah, right.
get me.
We've done all 3. I missed a flight. A flight's been canceled or delayed, right?
Yeah.
So
I did earlier this summer. Can I still go qualify?
Suddenly all flights are on time.
Okay, yeah.
That's the trick, right?
All you need is a marg.
We're under the heat dome, and if you got a shiny dome, break out that SPF, brother. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you keep it. Okay, come on, Megan.
I understand. I just have to look at my friends and see what they think of what you're saying.
They did not approve.
Okay. Well, hey, I don't think we have time. It's going to be a hot one, 92 degrees today.
All right.
The SPF on the dome, man. Come on.
Have a
David
great
Payne.